with the Meek Mill beef leading him to fear for his life. While the Chrissy Teigen beef got so heated, he got cancelled and suspended on multiple platforms. However, let's begin by talking about the Rory and Mal situation, which is probably the most well-known of his beefs. It all started with Akademiks, who would roast them occasionally, calling them employees and stooges of Joe Budden.
So I'm clowning these guys, right? It was Rory and this other dude named Millie Mall, whatever. They were Joe Budden's employees, and the jokes were stinging so crazy. The whole time I'm thinking, well, if they feel that offended, they're gonna just respond. There's mad things to clown me about. Like, come on, like, if you can't clown me, you're just not creative.
Akademiks would wait for a response from them, but the two remained silent until the mailbox situation.
I showed one time to my mailbox, see a Hallmark card, and it had like some very interesting notation. It was like, hey, happy boss day. Now I was calling these dudes workers and stooges for a long time. They signed a thing, it says, sincerely a stooge, or whatever the case is. I have no idea who this is, who did this, right? I look at my security cameras. I see a fucking Kia pull into my cul-de-sac. So the Kia drives up and it drives right by my mailbox. So there's a long driveway down, right? So it's not like he's knocking on my door. And then the car tries to speed off, but it's a Kia. So it's taking a while to spool up, but I'm like, oh, that's the dude. Still didn't say anything because I'm trying to figure out how should I handle it. I guess he was trying to threaten me. So one day he tweeted out my zip code in 5 tweets, with the first number of the tweet being one number of where I live.
Rory, seemingly trying to get Akademiks to react, began tweeting Akademiks' area code with one number missing. This was the final straw for Akademiks, who unleashed a series of furious rants, and they didn't stop. The heat would get so much for Rory, he would try his best to absolve from the situation, stating that his girlfriend was the one who sent the mail, but that did nothing to stop Big Ak. The rants reached a boiling point when Rory and Mal got fired from the Joe Budden podcast, with Akademiks saying, "You bum, try to play with me and lost your job, violated you daily and showed you just a worker. You tweeted out my zip code and sent a letter to the crib. You took an L, didn't you? R.I.P. Bozo." Months later, Akademiks would reflect on this beef.
Roasted this fucking peon over there till he left this podcast. He broke off his engagement with his fiance. He went to therapy. You would have thought you learned your lesson. Your side chick in the pool. Who else?
But this wouldn't compare to the beef with Meek Mill. This beef started first and foremostly because of Drake. You see, DJ Akademiks loves Drake and was not pleased with the Drake and Meek Mill beef. Their first clash occurred though when Akademiks was randomly jumped by Meek Mill and his online goons, who demanded that he only post about Meek Mill in a positive light or not at all. This did not sit well with Akademiks, who felt disrespected and wronged. 6 months later, Meek Mill released his album, Wins and Losses, but Akademiks decided not to post or promote it, and Meek Mill was not pleased with this decision.
We need some fly bloggers too. Let's talk about it. We need some fly bloggers, because most of these bloggers, they on these blogs and they speaking on like our culture and they don't know anything about it, and they tuning in, and some of them got influence. You see, they post everybody's album, they ain't gonna post no Meek Mill album.
Their feud reached a boiling point when the two got into a heated exchange on social media, with Akademiks admitting he called the police after Meek Mill threatened to greenlight him.
Just remember that Meek Mill is nothing but a hypocrite. And again, Ak is supposed to be the dude who like, yo, you could just get everything off on. Cool, I'm just trying to tell you that, bro, like, I'm just not into being bullied. So if you got like some tough that you have to do, keep it that way. Just stop snitching on yourself. Stop telling the world you're greenlighting people and just do what you have to do. Because right now, like, when you say greenlighting, I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And the rants began. Akademiks would use every opportunity to make fun of Meek Mill. The beef reached a whole new level when Meek posted a photo of him and his newborn baby. Everyone, including Akademiks, shared and reposted this heartwarming moment. But things took a turn for the worse when Meek Mill reached out to Akademiks, demanding that he delete his post, leaving Akademiks confused and frustrated. Things finally took a turn for the better when 21 Savage, a mutual friend of both parties, stepped in to resolve this age-old beef, saying, "When two friends are going at it, if it goes far enough, you got to pick a side." But the Lil Baby beef was even more petty than that. The beef started in the DMs when Lil Baby disrespected Akademiks, calling him Lil Bro.
Lil Baby had some personal feelings against me, and he was like super disrespectful. He hits me in the DMs, "Yo, Lil Bro." I'm like, all right, man. Okay. And it's just talking down to me like I'm like the scum underneath the shoe.
The beef escalated when Lil Baby mentioned Akademiks twice on his new album, There's Only Me, saying, "Really study a wall, ninja. Can't beat me there. Akademiks know he ain't as rich as me. Brody ready to eat for a 20 piece I Ain't Got Nothing to Say to You mini-me's. And with the second song top priority, all cap aside, who really turned as us? Akademiks, niggas think they can't get touched, I don't be on computers much. And almost immediately Akademiks knew what happened and started roasting Baby alive. You know what else is on fire? My personal editing company I created to help YouTubers reach their full potential. Whether you're a gamer, vlogger, or faceless, contact me and make your videos stand out.
I bet that will rap about me again. Cheers, little baby. Well, 120 pounds, awkward with 2 left feet and knock knees. First of all, I knew this day would come, the day that you said little bro. Shut the f up thinking you going little bro meaning. Little baby in shambles right now. Little baby want no sauce. He's just trying to sell records.
Akademiks then explained to everyone that he knows exactly why Lil Baby is picking on him. You see, Lil Baby can no longer rap real lyrics due to RICO charges he may get due to his involvement with Young Thug and YSL, so he picked an easy target, Akademiks. Ak has no hate for Lil Baby, but will continue to roast him for as long as possible. But that's not the case with Chrissy Teigen, a woman of culture. Cancel culture, that is. With an army of millions, she uses her platform to cancel people she deems unworthy.
Here's the context of Chrissy Teigen. When 6ix9ine went to jail, and it was very popular, she tweeted out a photoshopped picture of Tekashi and me as the girlfriend with a joke associated with it, basically saying, yeah, I could see that motherfucker doing some shit like that.
Okay, so she kind of started it.
Months later, Teigen herself would get cancelled by her own tweets from the past, dissolving her army and her Thanos powers. But this wasn't the only person that tried to discredit Akademiks. NLE Choppa. The two had a few altercations before, but everything went downhill when NLE would break up with his one-year girlfriend, Marissa, who would go on live to explain her side, which Akademiks then reacted to.
You never taught me.
Duh, he was doing shit that grown-ass man never did for you. Paying your bills, had you living with him, had you driving the fucking Rolls Royce. Yeah, you never had no grown-ass man did that to you. You know why? You're a fucking deal with bums. Let's be honest. Oh, he was doing that grown man never did for me. Yeah, nigga, cause he got the bread. I don't know why these chicks is acting like it's not emotional maturity. You're taking advantage of a nigga who got the bread.
NLE would respond and begin making fun of Akademiks, which if we know by now should never be done.
But academic, sometimes you gotta take the back seat and shut the f up. You can talk about the rap shit, you can talk about numbers, but personal life, relationship advice, don't do that, cause me and you both know and the world know you ain't really f***ing nothing.
With his back against the wall, Akademiks began to rant.
I know I ain't played yet, but he said, Act, why you comment on my relationship? Cause you as a rapper made your relationship public! 10 years her scene and her YouTube channel make $5,000 a month. I wanna put this in perspective. I keep it 100 with the audience. You a fucking rapper who could get $40,000 a show.
Eventually, they would both get on a Discord call.
I'm cashed up. I don't care about none of y'all fucking rappers. Oh, I love it. He said FaceTime while you're on stream. I'm about to call him right now. Chopper! No, I'm not gonna. Yo, Chopper, you trying to just violate me?
You know what I'm saying? How you would get on your tweets and you would talk and you would say what you say, right?
And by the way, you have a right to say what you want to say too. I never say that.
Yeah. We both have our own rights, but it's never like I'm mad at what you say. I just take what you say and I take it in and then I say what I say, but it don't really be serious.
No, it's not serious. Hold on. I do want to ask you. So I broke down the situation. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little bit harsh to your ex shorty, right? But I was all the way in your corner. I'm like, yo, this is a young who's so proud and actually is doing something that everybody else who's older than him want to do. Like, just tell the truth. So I was like, yo, when I seen that, I was like, yo, Chopper roasted me. I'm like, how?
Hey, look, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see that part of it. I just saw a small clip about what was said about her. And the only reason why I came to her defense, because like sometimes personally the connection don't always be there sometimes. Like from the outside looking in, if I was you, I'd probably say the same thing. Oh, she with him for the money and all that woo-de-woo.
Wait. I want to state what I said. I didn't say she was with you for the money. I said, listen, women know the type of guy they're being attracted to. And you know what I said? I said, bro, it is dope that he's telling the truth because you know what everybody else does? Lie. I was harsh on her though. And when I first saw it, I said, I know he has a lot of love for her because I don't think he getting at me to get at me. He feels I was too hard on her.
Yeah, that was it. That was really it.